the Sherman comes in and takes care of that, and he needs to quickly recap this map here because the he is fine on VP, so he needs that plus 16 fuel. Maybe place a few mines outside the entrance of his opponent's base, or just on the points itself, somewhere where the tanks usually go, maybe in the middle or something like that might help out a little bit. But we do only have 78 munitions from the US player, spending those upgrades on his tanks and whatnot. I'm not sure how much the Vermont player has, but we'll do a quick synchronization here. I'm at 29, 49, 50, 51, 52. Not much going on right now. Engineer squad going to try to cap the right side, but he does send 2 squads to the right side to make sure that does not happen, and wants to keep having this map control here. Panther almost finished repairing. We don't have, let's see what we have coming from the US player's base. We do have the supply yard upgrade, should help out on the manpower, and we have another engineer squad going to come out and help repair these tanks. So we have a very tank heavy fight here with some grenadier support by the Vermont player. And we are going to see an engagement on the left side. 2 Shermans versus a Panther and 2 grenadier squads. It all comes down to if these grenadiers can do the damage to the Shermans, or if the Shermans can do the damage to the grenadiers first. And misses, gets a hit, gets another hit, main gun destroyed, is trying to retreat, and has 4 engineers on it trying to keep it alive, but I'm pretty sure he's going to take it out. Main gun destroyed once again, and finally takes it out. These engineers are going to move on the grenadiers, not very happy about that. And we do have a Pershing. Oh, takes a nasty hit, forced to retreat, and now the Panther is on the run. He can go in for the kill now and surround the Panther if he can catch up to it, but 1 Sherman decides to stay still, and the Pershing is going to go for the Panther. Panther is facing his rear to him, might get a shot here, is pointing the gun at him and misses. Panther turns the turret around, going to fire at the Panther, doesn't do much damage, trying to micro turn around his tank, gets stuck a little bit on the Pershing gun, turn back a little bit. Grenadier squad desperately coming out here trying to help this Panther. He only has only 1 guy in 1 squad, 2 in another squad. Pilots coming out trying to help it out, but does take out the Panther and has veterancy now all the way to 3. Kill a Panther and you automatically get 3 ranks, but he does take out the Panther, or the Pershing. Wow. So come on is what he says. He's not happy about that. Doesn't like his tanks dying here. He could, no, he doesn't have enough munitions. Gonna say he could use field repairs, but he is low on munitions. Runs the Sherman in there. Bad decision, because he does have 2 grenadier squads mainly filled up here, and does take it out. Barely gets, almost gets away, and he's just not happy about this at all. He needs some anti-infantry really to take care of these grenadiers, I guess. I mean, usually I believe the Shreks once were the all-time powerful and would take out anything, but their range was nerfed and the accuracy was a lot lower. But it seems to be working out for the Vermont player, and he still thinks they're OP. I would not know, because I'm not that much of a high-level player. We do have another Pershing coming out, going to fire onto these Night Cross holders. I think the Vermont player will come out with this game, because the tickets are now even, and he's pretty much controlled this game since he came back mid-game, using those mines very well, taking out the M8s and 3 of his Jeeps. That was amazing. I've never seen that. Had like a domino effect. And we do have 2 Shreks moving in on the with Inspired Assault, just taking hits all over the place. 4 engineers trying to repair it, keep it alive, but wow, takes out the Pershing. I'm gonna have to use Inspired Assault. I never use it, and now I know how effective it is. More raging from him. Does not like it. Not really raging, but you know, a little frustration. That's pretty normal in Company Heroes. You get that a lot. Company Heroes is not the most balanced game, but I'm not sure if this is OP or not, or working as intended. It rapes tanks, underused. Very true, because I've never seen this before. And the Vermont player going to come in and cap the left manpower point and cut him off from his plus 16 fill, putting more hurt on the US player. Shreks are OP by the US player. I think, just reading what they're saying here, no, anyway, not without it. I guess he means not without inspired assault.
We're losing a strategic sector.
Jeep failed. And yeah, it was pretty effective in the beginning, the Jeeps. It's just those mines worked out pretty well, and yeah, he blew up those M8s, kind of giving away his lead there when he lost his M8s. And I think this is probably GG. The US player isn't building anything at 600 manpower. Maybe saving up for another Pershing that could die to the volley of Shreks. US player trying to cut off the Vermont player by going for the north manpower point. We can see he's already retreated and might get taken out by these Knights Cross. No, they won't. They're just going to run through. And the Vermont player comes out ahead. Level 11, pretty good for beating the #1 US player. But the US player says he was just messing around with his Jeeps and trying something new, so I don't know. And we hear a V1, and I guess he was deleting his buildings in the US base and gets no experience from that. Could at least given him the experience, you know, the game's almost over. At least let us see that boom, that explosion from all of them, but no. He's sending piles from the right side, gonna flame the rest of his base. And apparently he's still got the XP. Pershing coming in to get rid of these piles. Piles are probably gonna dance around the HQ and stay alive as long as possible. Or not. They're just gonna stand there. But it doesn't really matter. This game's pretty much over. So it's really came down to those mines and M8s, and then those Grenadiers with inspired assault that were able to officially push the US player back. I wouldn't know if they're overpowered or not. Tell me what you guys think, really. I'm kind of curious. I've never seen it before. And Sherman's having like the hardest time taking out these Pioneer squads. Just Grenadiers coming in, probably gonna, yeah, just gonna come in and blow up his buildings. While the Sherman or the Pershing trying to take out the Pioneer squads.
Engineer unit lost.
It's like a retarded Pershing or something. I don't know what's his deal.
We have a situation at our base.
Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year once again. Let me know what you think on Inspired Assault and the Shreks. I've never really seen that, and here we go again. This time, not doing as much damage as before for this first volley, and he is going to use Allied War Machine, and he doesn't fire on the Pershing. Very nice play, so it does not get that recycled tank. It does take out a Grenadier squad, and destroys the main gun, and continues to fire on the building. I'm going to speed this up to finish it. Finish it up here. Pershing just goes around. I know this is going to desynchronize the shoutcast, but this game's pretty much over. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next time.